now you've taken your, or you're planning to take your UK card or your M card for America. I think it's UK card for UK, obviously. I'm going to be telling you 6 things you need to know before getting into medical school, before writing those exams. 6 things you should prepare your heart, soul, and mind for. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Please don't forget to subscribe at the end of this video. Today I'll be telling you 6 things you need to know before getting into medical school, before taking that exam that gets you into medical school, or even if you've taken the exam. 6 things you need to know, you need to reassure your mind for when going into school. Just for reference, I've just finished I'm still in the process of my basic science. I've just finished the first 2 years of medical school, and I took a break after I found I was pregnant, and I'm still on the break even though I'm in the process of preparing for my USMLE, United States Medical License exam. So I'm preparing for that, for me to start my clinicals. But number one is medical school is very time consuming. Oh my god, even through the process is a lot of time that you have to put into reading for the exam, writing your letter that you just sent to the school, your resume, everything, and why you want to become a doctor. I can't remember what they call it, but what goes into the letter is why you want to become a doctor, why did you choose this school and that. And it's a lot of time. Then when you get to medical school, the classes alone takes time. Don't even let's talk about reading afterwards. And it's not just reading, you need time to grasp the concept, understand what you're being taught. And that's not even enough. You need time to practice question bank, and so that you'll be familiar with whatever the way the question is being presented. You'll be familiar with the concept. With that, if you answer question, the concept can stick better to your brain. All those things is time, like time analyzing the question. Oh my god, it's a lot of time. You want to know, oh, when did this patient BP rise? What's the temperature of this patient? When did this patient go into coma? It's a lot of time. So you need to know that medical school is very time consuming. In fact, you won't have time to socialize, you won't have time to go clubbing, you won't have time to go to brunch, except if you have your time management locked down. If you can manage your time properly, that's good for you. But at the start of medical school, it's really hard to get a hold of your time management. But the higher you go, the better it becomes, right? That's one. The second thing you need to know about medical school is stressful. Should I say it properly? Come nearer. Medical school is stressful. It's very stressful. I'm just thinking about the stress that goes into medical school. I'm just like, why do you have to be this stressed just to get a degree? Like, I'm just trying to be a doctor. Why am I stressed? And when you become stressed, sometimes it can even stress you out mentally, emotionally. Sometimes you break down. I've broken down a lot of time while I was in medical school, or I'm still in medical school, but while I was in my basic science, sometimes I just want to cry. I'm just like, am I in the right career? Am I in the right school? I just want to cry. Like, it will just make you break down at some point. So it's very stressful. You need to prepare your mind for that, and you can't really avoid the stress, to be honest. It's something that will come, but what you can do is look for a way to manage your stress and just keep going. And the way medical school is situated, right, you can even lose friends. Like, you can lose friends on the way while you're studying or anything, because you don't have time to go out. You're always busy. Oh, let's come and hang out. No, I gotta study pathology. Oh, let's come and hang out. No, I gotta study physiology. So you need to put all those into consideration. So my third point to be, medical school is expensive. If you don't know, I'm an international medical student, and the kind of money my parents spent to bring me to medical school, it's a lot of money. You need to know that. I'm speaking from an international student perspective. It's a lot of money. I think people, if a UK citizen, US citizen, you get loan and all those things. Even with that loan, you pay back when you start working, so it's still a lot of money to pay back. So you want to consider what school you are going into, the expenses and everything. Remember, you're trying to eliminate anything that will cause you stress. And if you don't have money, honestly, money can cause you stress. If you don't have money while you're in school, you can be thinking a lot and it will just be stressful. Like, it will just be stressful. So you need to put the expenses into consideration. See if you can afford it before you proceed into applying for that school. An alternative option is European medical school. They're actually cheaper compared to UK and US. So you can consider some European medical school and see if you can afford that, afford the standard of living, afford the cost of living before you move on. And the way the expenses is the tuition, everything, it literally costs you a arm and a leg. Like, you have to pay your whole body, pay everything just to get this degree, even though it's worth it at the end, but it's really expensive. So you have to consider that too, that the expense, it's a lot, and you want to eradicate anything that will cause you stress. Always remember that. Just put that behind at the back of your brain, that I want to eliminate anything that will cause me stress, since the school alone is already stressful. So that's my third point. My fourth point is the grading system, or the way the grades are scored. While I was doing my bachelor's in the UK, I did my bachelor's in Anglia Ruskin University in Cambridge. 70 is distinction, an A. Then when I got to medical school, or when I got to school, I was surprised. Why is 70 a pass, like a D? So you need to aim higher if you really want to pass through. Medical school, it's very competitive, which I'll come to in a minute. You need to aim higher if you really need to go through. You need to start aiming, like, if possible, 100, even though sometimes it's kind of impossible to get 100. If you aim for 100, then if you fall on 90, 80, that's like A and B. But you can't be aiming for 70. 70 is a pass. 70 will take you anywhere. So you need to put that too at the back of your mind. I think no matter where your school is, either UK, US, European, the grading system is very different compared to bachelor's. It's just very different. It's higher, in my opinion. And I also, I have friends that are in European medical school. They said the grading system is high. So I can tell you that the grading system is high. I'm not just saying it. I asked them, it's higher. It's almost like me that went to medical school here in the state, or and the fifth thing you need to know about medical school is the license exam. Everything you're being taught in your basic science, or your basic science in the state here, is 2 years, your first 2 years, and basic science in European school, I think, is your first 4 years. Everything you're being taught within the frame of that 2 years and 4 years will be in your license exam. So you need to look for ways to be able to remember those concepts, every detail of everything, to be able to pass that license exam. Believe it or not, I'm preparing for my license exam now, and it's hard. And because I took a break when I found out I was pregnant, and studying now, it's a little bit difficult, but I have to keep going, because you have to remember every single details that I was being taught while I was still in school during my basic science period. And now it's a lot, but you gotta keep pushing. So you need to put that into consideration. You're not just passing your school exam, you want to pass your license exam for you to be able to practice as a medical doctor, or as a physician, whichever one you call it. And the last one I'll be talking about is how medical school is very competitive. Let me tell you, everybody that applied to medical school, that got the admission, everybody they came with their A game. Nobody is coming to slack. Even that friend that is beside you, oh, let's be friends, let's study, that your friend is competing with you. Just let me tell you, so that you put it behind you put it at the back of your head. It's very competitive. Like, you need to work hard. Like, it's a lot of hard work that goes into medical school. You need to work hard to be able to go through it successfully without breaking down and other stuff. And that working hard, boils down to what I've said earlier: time consuming, stressful, all those things. You need to work really hard. But one thing I would advise you to do is, don't get caught up in the whole competition. Try and just do your best. take your exam, make sure you're getting a good grade, aim higher for yourself, and just keep going, don't get caught up in a competition, because when you get caught up in the competition, it's that time that you might even fall below what you're aiming for. That, with me, that's the way it works. So I don't get caught up in a competition, even though I know that this thing is competitive, my classmates are competitive, all those things, but I just keep going, try and do my possible best and what works for me. So that's one. I've mentioned the medical school is time consuming, it's stressful, it's competitive, preparing for your license exam and the grading system, and how expensive medical school is. I hope I don't sound too blunt, but it's just the truth. I just have to tell you the truth of what goes into medical school. I'll see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe at the end of this video. Bye guys.